Uh, they clone your brain to a super quantum computer that actually the whistleblower called Dr. Robert Duncan from the CIA told me all about. Because you can just imagine by the name the Voodoo project. I mean, they clone your brain into their super quantum systems, and whatever they do there affects you in real time, directly, instantly. And there is just a fifth to second operation, and the lowest you can get to that could be measured up is by atomic power devices. It's about the attoseconds. They are very close to real time, but this is working by femtoseconds, and that's important for people to know. And they are trying to take over our well, I'm sorry. It's actually about the morphological side. The morphological system in your brain is what makes everyone on Earth different. So what they are trying to do here, trying to achieve, is to be able to control the morphological system as well.
Right. Does artificial intelligence figure into this system as well?
The artificial intelligence, the AI systems, the strong artificial intelligence, the deep mind artificial intelligence, and also the light, so to speak. They call it the light versions of this as well. But when you have the deep mind connection, the artificial intelligence will actually take over your life. And if they could manage, they haven't, and I hope they could not do it, but to take over the morphological system that makes us as who we are and so on. And then we have another part that is very important, and that's the real time, so to speak. I mean, when the morphological system produces a idea that is personal, they are able to read it and catch up with it, and they are storing all of this information from the 6 million people just in Europe that is up online. They are constructing the system, and their goal is to be able to rule over the morphological system as well.
Right, right. So the goals of the World Catch really are to deconstruct the transhumanist agenda. That's your goals.
Yes, and I will say something that's pretty astonishing now, because we are going to be licensed as an intelligence ourselves, but we are for the people, not against the people, and that's a huge difference. And we will be able to provide with legal support, medical support, and so on. This is really serious. I've been working on this project for half a year, and
for example, could you get a court order for them to give you the names of the 6 million persons that they have online, so you can inform those 6 million persons, so the 6 million persons could bring lawsuits against them officially.
Uh, what we are able to do right now is we are close to be able to find and record what's going on, but it will take a couple of months for us to get the device together, because right now we have 7, or I think it's 8 even, different kind of machinery that is tracking and trying to block the system. But as we all know, the scalar waves that they use, both the magnetical ones and the electrical ones, is hooked up on the inner sphere of the Earth. There is 7 very big and strong electromagnetic systems that's called the scalar mainframe system, that is hooked up on the 5G system that is coming out and from a Swedish company called Ericsson. And the Ericsson is delivering the wide. They are the best. They were the one who constructed the 4G, the 3G first, then the 4G, and now the 5G. That is just amazing.
Right, right. Well, we look forward to your future reports, and we would encourage you to come back. We certainly want to thank you for taking your time out today, and we invite you to come back as often as you wish with updates on the progress of the World Catch, and also to begin to educate our viewers more on the progress that is being made in exposing all of these details of how the NSA, the CIA, and other organizations are trying to impose the transhumanist agenda, and how our mutual organization, the World Coalition Against Covert Harassment, and other organizations are beginning to deconstruct and really stop this effort. Are there other topics that you'd like to talk about now that you haven't had an opportunity to talk about?
Yes. You know, the human resonance is a natural resonance wave, standing wave, that is supporting our brains. That one is being reproduced artificial, just above the normal human resonance, and there's also one below. So they are actually trying to even control that part, and the human resonance, the natural human resonance, is raising each year, and that makes us more clever. And but they have now, through the HARP systems, actually created their own human resonance standing waves, and that's a big importance for us to enlighten and to be able to deconstruct, because they're using it at this moment just for, actually, as they did to me, for 2 hours in the hospital. I was there for very long, for 8 hours, but in 2 hours, the whole medical team of 12 doctors, and they couldn't explain it, because they took all the tests on me and everything showed up to be perfectly. And then a very good and close friend to me asked I told them that what I'm working with and about, and they were actually looking up the web pages, mind control. They were looking at the mind dash computer data and brainimplant.com page. So, and they were pretty amazed about it, but they got a bit afraid during these 2 hours. All these doctors thought I was transferred to actually the department of the hospital while when people are about to die.
Right, right. Well, this is very close to the first anniversary of the death of one of the founders of UCatch and now of the World Catch, Dr. Raoni Kilda. And I wonder if you have any observations on her death, because she was assassinated in the same way that they were attempted to assassinate you on Saturday and on Sunday. What do you think she would have said now that we're moving out into the World Coalition against covert harassment?
She almost always have. Sorry, I'm getting a bit sensitive about it because I love this woman by heart, and she always told us, the whole group, that we are on the winning team. We will eventually take over this, and now we have soon an upper own intelligence that will provide help to all the TIs and all the people that believes that their thoughts and the intellectual property are stolen.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, what do you think is the single thing that our viewers watching your statements and watching our interview, what is the single thing that they can walk away from this interview with, that they can do to further stopping this transhumanist agenda, which has a very hostile intent toward humanity? They want to terminate free will and soul-based humanity, and terminate the human race as we know it.
Yes, that's a fact. What I would like to say is that we have to counter survival them. We do have to get the HARP systems illegal and put down, because they are the support just to the 5G system that is already brought up onto the military years ago. That will be published and reachable for the human common citizens sooner or later. But these systems are working together with the satellite and the ground-based inner electromagnetic scalar fields. So I made a visit to Montauk. I walked it all around, and I made a few reports from there. You can have a watch at them. That's where MKL started up and so on. But very close, just 10 minutes by car, is the biggest Tesla tower, and it's still standing there. And the point with the Tesla tower was that it's very high, it's extremely high, and he could sound electricity hard to catch up with the inner streams, the 7 inner streams inside of the Earth. This tower, and this was possible to walk down and see, it's 3 times deeper than the height of the Tesla tower. So this is actually working with the electromagnetic scalar waves and magnetic scalar waves, and they're working together openly. We have been able to read this. We have been able to, in Faraday cages, the scalar waves are just going through like nothing. It's very hard to stop them. The only way is to actually contrasend scalar waves to stop the other scalar waves. So we have a technical team in the US and in the world cache. We have a couple as well. So we're about to try to put the whole system down. And Russia is actually, when they made the interview with me for half an hour, that was sent in front of 45 million people. You can just have a look at it. It's all over the place. But on YouTube, you can just write in Magnus Olsson RT, and then it comes up, and it's I mean, as RT has become the biggest news network in the world, they are not inflected or in any kind. There's no way to stop them, so to speak, compared with other news networks that is usually owned by the Rothschild family, which is a part of this and is actually on top of the Bilderberg group, and so is the owners of Ericsson is also in the Bilderberg group, and Ericsson is their biggest part of delivering technology today is to the military, and you can just imagine why.
Right. Now, I know that amongst the legislation that the World Coalition Against Covert Harassment, WorldCache, is looking at is a world model statute that can be adopted by world organizations at the world level, regional organizations like the European Union, individual nations from Russia, like Russia, other nations that wish to, but that would ban, HARP would ban all of these directed energy weapon systems.